Welcome to We're Talking Bears,
where we bring you the latest in the Chicago Bears experience.
I'm Uncle,
Nephew,
and I'm Son,
and we're talking Bears.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of We're Talking Bears on the eve of Dick Butkus' passing. RIP to a king. And, we're just going to talk about that, break it down a little bit. But while you're here, click that like, click that subscribe, comment, talk to us. Tell us if you want us to do this on like a live stream basis, something like that, where we could, interact directly and do it. We're kind of playing around with that. But yeah, we're just going to get into it, and we're going to talk some Bears.
Let's take a turn and talk about the man who's on your shirt, Dick Butkus.
Chicago's own.
Hey,
Yep.
Chicago's been known for defense since I was born. That was a long time ago, and it has been sad for this past calendar year to be giving up 25 points a game. And one of the big players that made us known for defense, like literally Dick Butkus, God rest his soul, his nicknames, the Animal, the Enforcer, the Maestro of Mayhem, the Robot of Destruction. This guy played 9 years in the 60s and 70s NFL. Almost the era.
They didn't even use equipment back then. Didn't they just used to hit each other with nothing?
I thought they had
you against me. Like,
you can bring a bat on the field back then.
I seen a dude with brass knuckles once.
For real.
That's
he played 6 of his 9 years every game. 8 of his 9 years, at least 13 or 14 games in the season. And only his last year did he miss 5 games. Think about this. As a hard-hitting, forward-attacking middle linebacker, he picked off 22 passes. 22 passes.
That's pretty crazy.
It's crazy because he was a run-stuffing, quarterback-sacking machine, and he picked up 22 passes. He actually had more interceptions than sacks. He was a monster. He was a monster. He was a monster, and literally just phenomenal play. And to imagine the Bears got him and Gale Sayers in the same draft is just absolutely.
And it's looking like we're back to those times again.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I feel like we're building on that.
And now, number one most feared tackler of all time, Dick Butkus.
Number one.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
Dick Butkus, the most feared tackler who ever lived. He was an 8-time Pro Bowler in 9 and he played the last 4 years basically with no knees.
Look at his knee. It's gone, man. Look at that.
And they still couldn't stop him.
Butkus was playing at 250, 260 at a time when the other linebackers were 30 or 40 pounds lighter.
What he was really great at was taking the ball away from you.
Butkus set the career record for defensive fumble recoveries, but he was even more skilled at stripping offenses of their dignity.
He scared you, he hurt you, and he brought you down. He hit you where it hurt, right in your heart.
I want to just let them know that they've been hit. And when they get up, they don't have to look to see who was that hit them.
You had the feeling that he was serious, that it wasn't just a game, that when he wanted to drill you, he really wanted to drill you, and probably would want to drill you when the game was over.
When he hit you, you stayed hit. I mean, he hit with violence.
Violence is his lifestyle.
I think it was Hush with Charlotte. I got kind of a charge when that head come rolling down the stairs. I kind of like to sit there and watch it, project those things happening on a football field, and not to me.
There were more people in the training room after we played the Bears than any other opponent. Everybody was bleeding, bruised, marked up. I remember looking at one of our assistant trainers. I said, was it that tough out there? And he looked at me and he said, Butkus,
There are no victories in a bout with Butkus.
Just watching him out there had to scare some of these guys.
If I had to play him, I'd crap the bed. I would go caca in my pants.
Butkus was a bear who walked like a man.
Butkus grunted a lot and growled a lot when he was backing up the line.
Never took a shower after the game. He just went in front of his locker and would lie down and lick himself.
People say he was mean, and then, he would bite people and different things like that.
There's a lot of offensive guys who will tell you that they felt somebody biting on my finger. And it'd be Butkus trying to take another chunk out of an offense.
The official came running in and said, Butkus out. He bit my finger.
Dick Butkus once said, some people were made to be doctors, others to be lawyers. I was made to play football.
When we found out he was taking Shakespeare, that threw me back a little bit.
Shakespeare's words could well have immortalized Dick Butkus.
But Dick Butkus wanted to expand his rights, and he always hated being called, the dumb jock.
Our number one tackler never mastered Shakespeare's plays.
He was horrible.
But plays by Butkus inspired a generation of art and poetry.
Roses are red and violets are blue. If you got any sense, you'll keep Butkus away from you.
Our top tackler preyed on blood, sweat, and fears. So why is he number one? We couldn't rank him any higher.
Dick Butkus was the personification of defensive intimidation in pro football.
Simply out to punish him. That's what he wanted to do. That's what he thought football was all about.
There was no one better than Dick Butkus.
This is one list no one should argue with, but it's generated two responses: fear and outrage.
My top guy on my list was always Joe Schmidt.
Rodney Harrison should be on that list.
Rodney Harrison would change and infuse the tempo of a game probably better than John Lynch would.
It's an absolute injustice against all things holy in Baltimore that Mike Curtis is not on the top 10 list.
Chris Hamburger was a feared tackler because he never tackled below the jawline.
Chuck Bednarik. Of course, that hit that he put on Frank Gifford. Ray Nitschke.
He was outstanding. I played against Ray for 5 years.
It's outrageous. If this kid didn't make it, you're kidding me.
No matter where you stand, there's no denying fans will always be passionate about the hitmen who seek and destroy.
Well, I'm Uncle.
I'm Nephew.
I'm Son.
And we're talking bear. Woo!